Next up on the Sage 2021 Showcase, we have The Legend of Zelda, Horn of Balance. A free fan game, as it says. It wants me to press D, but let's watch the intro. The tale starts off with Link, as he is living with his uncle deep in the vast western forests of Hyrule. His uncle, a well-known blacksmith, took him in as an apprentice a long time ago. They spent weeks crafting a beautiful ceremonial blade, elegant and perfectly balanced. It was truly the best work to date. It was announced that Princess Zelda would soon be of age and wed, so a festival was at hand in her honor. They packed all their belongings and set out for the city, where they intended presenting their blade as a gift. Upon arriving at the borders of the city of Hyrule, Link and his uncle encountered soldiers everywhere. By decree of the king, anyone coming to the festival looking at the least bit suspicious was to be arrested. Well, that's a shitty festival then. Carrying his blade, Link's uncle was apprehended. Link, being left behind, followed the soldiers into the city. Link started asking around if there was a way to help his uncle out, but found that no one was willing to help. Everybody was reluctant to speak with him. It was as if they were all scared of being arrested themselves. Several soldiers passed, escorting Princess Zelda. Link recognized and attempted to get her attention. I recognize her! She's the princess! I know her! The guards noticed and stopped him from getting closer, but the princess stepped in and quietly spoke to Link. You should not ask for my help, stranger. I am but a mere prisoner, waiting for her arranged marriage. Little options are left to Link, so they had to be done. But what? Who knows? I guess we'll have to find out by playing. But yes, this is a game made by, or added by, Martisan. It's a bit of a garbled name. Regardless, the description reads, this is a fan game all about dungeons, puzzles, and discovery, using an engine built from the ground up. Start your adventure playing silly games with childhood friends, and you will soon have the freedom to go wherever you want to go. To collect ancient rings, beat imposing bosses, and maybe even reach the mirror side of the world. Main features include small but packed worlds, full item set for the original game with a few tweaks and surprises, 6 main dungeons with side areas and placeholders for future developments, non-linear dungeon order and progression, to an extent if you want, a quirky ghost named Murray. You can't miss him, he'll make sure of it. Thank you for checking out my little project, try it out, beat it, and leave me a comment. All feedback welcome as I continuously try to improve my work. This seems very wholesome. This is a nice little passion project. I'm interested to check this one out. You don't see a lot of Zelda fan games, just in general, but on Sage, even less so. So, this one looked actually pretty good though, like, despite being like the only one really that was here for this year. But, yeah, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see how it is. I'm gonna go to the player selection while trying to activate the intro thing. Well, anyways, regardless, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, well, think about doing that too. If you really want to help out, though, come on by Twitch. I'm trying to reach partner, but I need more viewers. I can't do without your help. Whether you want to lurk or talk, it doesn't really matter. Just add to the view count. Just come on by. Just bolster the stream and help me get partner, and everything will be awesome. So please consider it if you can, because I really appreciate it. I also have a cool Discord community, if you want to check that out. And I have a Ko-fi link if you want to directly monetize my content. So, check out the links in the description if you're interested in any of those. And thank you very much. But, there we go. Alright, so this doesn't work on controllers. Let's just see something. So the controls are kind of weird. I might change them. Thinking about it. Okay, wait, so it's GDRF, right? So attack, cancel, confirm, RF to use items, movement, S to run. Okay. The reason I can think of them not using like a Wasselator or something is just because S to run. Space time. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna give it a shot with this weird control setup. See how it feels. Hopefully it's all right. We'll see. Yeah, full caps. Makes me sound cool. I'm sorry, I missed the H. Finally, I, Future Overlord Muri, was waiting forever with you for this with a message from this developer. Also, I am now Karam, not Charam. Whatever. Karam! My automobile mode. See, I know people. Soon I'll be known by people everywhere. Oh, okay, that's nice, Murray. Anyways, here's the message. Welcome to the tech demo I've worked on since 2008. Wow, it's been a while. Please enjoy. Feedback is welcome at zfgc.com. Ask for blah, 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 blah. Boring. I say we play with the kids outside and then go hunt some treasure. This guy living east promised a large fortune if anyone could beat some dungeons for 3 divine rings to bring in secrets. Is that a sentence? I guess that's a sentence. That's way more appealing, right? Right? What's appealing is played. Alright, so what we got? So, let's open. I immediately have a bug catching net. Okay. Now let's... Oh. Can I... Oh, there we go. It's like, there should be a button to like... Yeah, there we go. So, okay, here's our over... Wow, it's actually pretty... It's a small... It's... I guess it's a little smaller than original, you know, Link to the Past, but not that much smaller. Actually, it's kind of similarly sized. Nice looking. I'm just gonna compare to that, because it's obviously using textures for that game, so... Oh yeah, this is very similar. I might have turned down the sound too much, actually. Let me turn it back up a little bit. Seems a tad on the quiet side now. There we go. So... No, back up. There we go. Okay. Charm could pronounce carb. Yes, some people have done that for some reason. Bugs. No bugs on the shelf. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I forgot how to break pots. Don't mind me. Baguette! It looks like a long... Was I making a Subway sandwich? I wasn't done, apparently. I only have one loaf. One half the loaf. Oh no! The evil overlord has returned to kidnap the princess to a northern lair. Whatever will we do? Okay. I will go south. That's the answer to that. Also, rubies. Give me. Are there none of the grass? It's normally a place for rubies, aren't? You seems lively today. You seems lively today? It's nice to see you play fun games with your friends. I don't know, is it? Your entire sentence, your entire dialogue was weird as shit. Alright. You're playing here again, are you? I used to play things like that a lot too when I was younger. I see you're relevant. It means I have to go north. Okay. Got it. Hi. Alright, well. I'm sure I'll play a song for you later. Don't worry about it. Cave Adventure! No girls allowed! You boys are just being dumb! I see they're arguing on the side. And drown? Yes, okay. Hi. Hey, you came! I mean, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this advice! Take this advice! The Overlord is immortal, so sealing him away with a magical item is the only way to win! You brought your special item from home, right? I guess so, yeah. I want a harem of cherub. What? A harem of cherub is what you're trying to say. I get it. I get it now. Alright, cool. Oh, my hero! I'm up here! The evil overlord has returned to kidnap me, the princess! You have to go kick his butt so I can leave and live happily ever and stuff. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna annoy everyone here and just say that the Super Nintendo Ocarina looks like a big nose to me. It's always looked like a big nose. Yeah. And now everyone hates me. Alright. Wah! I'm a mysterious stranger who serves the evil overlord. For you see, when I... Wait, what? So for see, when I was grounded last week, I conspired with him to design new room puzzles. A true hero must prove to be brave, strong, and smart. I don't see how, but okay. I shall... Do I need to do a doodle? I will do a doodle when we next encounter the ocarina. I will demonstrate my superior visualization skills for you all. I don't know. Do that. Okay, so yeah, okay. Small dungeon. Compass the map of the same room? Okay then. That's a bit odd. You know, a lot of strength to go further. Like, really a lot. I had to ask the others to help set it up. Oh, staircase. Oh, okay. Good night to you, Blink. Hi. Ah, Karam! Wait, I spelled it. I also did it. Wow, I could really fucked up my name. I didn't realize I also put an N instead of an M. Whoops. I'm now Karin. At least I'm not Karen. At least I'm not Karen. My eternal nemesis. So you have come to thwart my evil plans once again, have you? You may have beaten me over Lord Murray in the past, but this time it'll be different. With this brand new body I found, I have become invincible. You could never catch me like this. Okay. Are you immune to pots, though? Didn't think so. I'm up here, by the way, if you want to... Actually, he might be immune to pots, I'm not sure. Nope, he's not. Come back here. Okay. Why is the song fade out? You barely played song. Okay, the guy could use a slightly better music loop. I probably don't have to use pots, but it's fun to use pots. It amuses me to use pots. Screw it. So he throws bones if I don't use pots. That's much more dangerous. I guess. Ah, screw it. He's just one of those skeleton guys. What's annoying is that he kind of wastes a lot of time bouncing around, and I can't hit him during this time. Ow. Okay, how many cycles do I have to do here? Wait. Is it like... Nuh-uh, the first one doesn't count. I have special one-time immunity. Oh, okay. I have to... Wasn't aware I had to do that. I was just trying to murder him or something. Ow. To be fair, a kid did say I needed my special item for my house, so... Sure. God fucking... Okay. I hate the guys that dodge. Oh, hi there, Free Fairy. Get up, Link, regain your strength. Okay, sure. I have a shortcut, it's whatever. Everything feels a bit sluggish. Honestly, I don't... I wish I could play this with... I technically can play with gamepad. This would be way better on gamepad, in my opinion. Also, pots are definitely the better option because he doesn't jump away. I was being mimetic when I was using them earlier, but... Man, assuming you can actually fucking hit them. There. No, that comes later. You have to let me finish my attack mode first. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know how this worked. Okay, there. I guess that's... Okay. I guess that's how that's supposed to work. Fair enough. What? I blocked it and took damage at the same time. Alright. Cool. Do I need a bottle? No, this is fine. You're kind of quirky ghost. We don't really know much about him, but he's a lot nicer than let's on. Fuck your body, though. I've destroyed it. Foolish mortal. That defeat was, in fact, all part of my master plan. For you see, while you're lulled in false sense of superiority, I found a way to haunt you. Yeah, that's it. I'll be following you everywhere to become my servant now. Ho 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 ho. You know, this would have been more effective if you didn't show up my house right at the beginning. I do like the idea of a ghost that just plays with a bunch of kids that want to play adventure and just acts as, like, the monster. That does amuse me. Alright, time to draw a nose to demonstrate what the hell I'm talking about. While we enjoy the low health sound. Alright, listen up. Let me demonstrate. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about, right? Alright, you guys capture this. Okay, there we go. Alright, pay attention. Here's how it works. So here's the ocarina shape, right? Little nub like that. And that now I will draw a promo pass to demonstrate, or just whatever. Face. Nose. It even has a little nub that some noses have. That. I hope you now understand. It is nose. It's just fucking Probopass's nose. Except for more... less angular, I suppose. That's a lot of... oh my god, I wasn't even noticing the eye elevations. Why was I juggling? I still think it's a stretch. Fuck you. I thought this way for years. Nice. Did Murray cheat again? I bet he did, right? He always comes up with excuses to keep playing. Anyway, he saved me! Well, I'm something new to play for next. I feel like I'm too old for this. Link's not super old, but he's older than these kids. I don't really know why he's playing Adventure. Whatever. Party gift for your childhood friends. Play the bird near your house so you always have an easy way to come back home. How sweet. Cool. Stop, low house sound. I do not like you. No sloop being a thing in a Wario game? Good. We're clearly gonna need some money for something. Hey, do you have a new dialogue? You save the princess again? That's all awesome! I wish I could be that fast. Oh, they all have new dialogue. They're all over the cave, but I don't really feel like talking to them also. I'm gonna have to get used to the whole... okay, so... There. Okay. Hi. I'm not sure what... I'm guessing that's just some sort of warp thing. So you finally the sword war of the world, have you? Guess you've reached that age. Used to explore a lot when I was younger, but do be careful. I know that we'll always be here for you. So does this... Are we like pre-intro cutscene right now? Or like, why is Link does not give a shit about his uncle right now? Talk to me. Talk to me. Wait. Oh, wrong key. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this weird WASD setup. I want to play inside as well, but I'm still too scared to enter. What if there are real monsters inside? I mean, Murray is... There are. I was killing them. Besides Murray, I mean, there was also the grass things. You got a real adventure now? Well, you be careful out there and be sure to come back to visit often. Are we switching the time of day? Interesting. Well, okay, castle is objective. I'm gonna go... I guess I'll go here. Also, sluggish I see. Like, that screen transition different. Ow. Ever. It's night. I heard a werewolf. Oh, Pole's voice. Died Pole's voice. Okay, so... Oh, that's okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand how large the areas are. Okay, so the transition is like... Okay, yeah, sure. Also, I should cut grass. You never know when you might find a secret. Not SNES compatible noise. Kind of isn't. Oh. You caught a fairy. Keep it in a bottle. Aw. You caught a fairy. Keep it in a bottle. Alright. I gave it a shot, but I didn't have a... I couldn't trick the game to think I had a bottle, sadly. Oops. I don't see Pole's voice 6-bit, but yeah, they're very, very rare. Also, a lot weaker than normal. Well, okay, they did take a few hits, but... I literally fell for that twice. Quite literally, in fact. I don't know, I was just like, I'm just trying to get rupees, man. Ah, fuck. Fucking... Octoroks in SNES scare me. I don't like them. First ring this way! Actually, before that, though. Obviously, I need to go to the castle, but let's go to town. I have a few rupees, I could probably buy something. Wait. It's night, so everything's closed. That's just not very nice. Oh, never mind. It's morning again. Wow, that was fast. I played by food again. Cuckoo. I wonder. What's in here? The waterworks. Alright, come here, you fiends. My servant Karen has summoned to beat you all. Fear my power! Oh! Looks like the path is blocked. But I heard some soldiers talk about a hidden switch earlier. Go find it. What? That's not very much information. Oh, there's a hidden switch. Oh, you mean right here. Yeah. Alright, I guess we're doing... this now. Sure, why not? Sorry, I just wasn't expecting a random dungeon here. Or rather, a random dungeon I can enter and go through. Right, oh wait, maybe I can't. I need lantern. Definitely need lantern. Mine. Nothing like picking up a cuckoo. Listen to them freak out. Get the cuckoo? I was going to, but I wanted to wait for a shop to open. But they're not opening, so... Well, the cuckoos are meaner than normal in this game. Error in action number 1 of 7 event 0 for object. Gonna be push execution error variable 2 index 2 out of range 2 1.spy ID that ID GML script AI Kuko. GML script AI Kuko line -1. Enemy step AI select. Enemy step 0. Okay, sure. Sounds good. No worries, it's fine. Yep, killed the game. Why do I crash? How many error logs have we seen in Sage this year? A number. What? Also, apparently... Wait, no. Are you kidding me? Did I break the game entirely, or was that because I pressed... Okay, would you like to know something? If you press G, aka the attack key, aka the confirm key, on that screen, you close the game for some reason. Don't ask me why, you just do. Oh, you motherfuck! You didn't... It didn't save. It didn't save anything. It didn't save anything. It didn't save anything. Fuck you guys for wanting me to attack the Kuko. It was kind of mean anyways, but I only did it because you guys wanted it. They tried to kill me, but they did something worse. That was obviously not intentional. The developer doesn't think like you, Hyper. No, I don't think it's a manual save issue. I think the problem is the game didn't close correctly, so I lost progress. Or maybe the only way to save is to die, because it did say something about saving then. I do not believe SNES Legend of Zelda had manual saving, though. I believe that is not a thing. Correct if I'm wrong. But I do not believe it was about manual... Maybe... Wasn't... Wait. No, you hit start and saved. But there is no start. So... Like, literally, I looked up the control scheme. There is this, that's the menus I have. Wait, can you save here? No. Dying to save is kind of lame, but I guess that's a method. Yeah, shut up. There. I was like, fuck you, just die. At least I can skip through the dialogue fast. Hold on, there might be rubies in one of these. Nope. Fine, I'll talk to you just in case it matters. Alright, there we go. All progress restored, just like that. Congratulations, me. Well, I already know places I can't go, so I'll just go to the places I can go. And we're never touching a Kuko again, alright? Okay, I can pick one up if I want to fly over somewhere. I think they let you hover down. What is Apple? Why is Apple? Apple is just there, and I don't know why. What is purpose of Apple? Wait, Cuckoos didn't attack you in Link to the Past? Well, clearly they were attacking me here. God, I hate approaching Octoroks in SNES Zelda. They scare me. They honestly do. Like, holy shit, alright, let me diagonally attack you carefully. Like, they will not stop, so. I'm getting a lot of blue rubies. Pretty nice. Local village. Heimgartner Manor Desert Shopping. Potion shop, blacksmith. Desert shopping. That's my favorite type of shopping. This looks like a place where I should dig up all the grass. Do I have... Oh, I do. Okay. They didn't have a point besides don't be a dick. Unlike the other games where they all use them as a... Oh, no, I mean... Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, God. Zoras. Before they were nice. And not ugly. Not even really worth killing, because their goodies will drop in the water. Hi, Murray. Why did we go this place again? Look for a ring of Missy Dabs? Got it! You'll get the ring, I'll check out the ladies. Ho! My secret's broken. Murray didn't know how to handle that, so he just talked about later plot details. Sounds good to me. Murray does not understand sequence breaking. Hello. Oh, sneaky. Sneaky boy. Oh my god, that's a lot. These slimes are loaded, apparently. Or can be. Wait, can I just start doing this dungeon? Or am I gonna... Oh, 1 second. Keep in mind, this is the second dungeon, which might actually be the third dungeon. I say that because the castle might be its own dungeon, too. So I am secrets breaking hard. Okay, so... Got one of those lovely guys. Those guys always knock me around. A lot. We have a proper frickin' dungeon now. Let's see how far we can get in it. Oh, they don't throw their bones? Okay. I'm not so scared of this one then. Okay, I can go down. Oh, this place lets me go all over the place. Okay. Ooh. I hope that was good to do, because now I can't go down there. That seems to be a one-use switch, too. Alright. That's probably good, then. There might be a way to re-raise the water, I don't know. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna switch here as well. Exit checkpoint, no entry allowed without supervisor approval. Okay, got it. And by got it, I mean, okay, I don't got it because I can't get past that. That's fine. Oh, the water unflooded. Huh. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's still stay flooded. I'm wrong. It seems this is divided into 4 quadrants. Okay. Ow. Wow, enough slimes? I already linked the past. Wait, what's that? Link to the Past is... Wait, was there a Zelda game where Secret Rings was somebody intended like Super Metroid? Link to the Past is kind of that game. This is actually part of the reason I immediately... Oh, secret. I think you get the swimming boots here. I think you get the swimming boots here. I get you gotta raise the water and then you can go to the... Yeah. Sections. Well, I got a key now. That's good. But yeah, Link to the Past was actually pretty good for a bit of sequence breaking and a little bit of freeformness. And maybe this game is too. We'll see in a second. I'm in the wrong dungeon. But it seems like forward progress is possible, so let's look around a bit. Oh god. Go away. No. Come back. No, come back. Come back. The best way to fight these guys is just to... Ah! Let's be fair, that's also why it's good to have the pointy thing out. That is to say the sword. That's the pointy thing, you see. God, I hate those things. Forget their name, but I don't like them. This is a door. That's not a door. Great. Oh, this is kind of effective, actually. Just block a core and let him come to you, I guess. Big boss key door. Okay. Moldrum. That's what they're called. Thank you. Alright, I think I've run out of progress. I believe I can make forward progress. Can I leave? I can go through here. This is where I started, though. So, I could have gone down to the water section here, but now I can't. Unless there's some way to reset it. I don't think there is. So now I just can't. Yeah, okay. Ooh, don't kill yourself there. I'm kind of maybe trapped in here. So that's a thing. The way I came in is blocked. I think. Unless I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. It's possible I'm stupid. Let's go down this way. No, this is still where... Yeah, like... Yeah. Because you see, the door out is there. This is how I entered. But the moment I entered this room, it, well... Yeah, closed. Maybe there's a switch around here. I just missed it. Can you put a pot on the button? I guess I could try that. SNES Zelda doesn't normally let you put down pots in any way besides... Alright. I like how he just went right past me. That was weird. Okay, come on now. Dude. I mean, I could try... Yeah, that key is not for that door. I figured I'd try it just in case, but... Wait a minute. No. That doesn't move at all. Permanently in that position. Alright, that block was blocking my path. I moved it out of the way. I guess it stayed moved out of the way. I can't move it anymore, also. Right, I don't believe pots can be put down gently, my friend. I'll demonstrate. Throw. Kind of the extent of how that works. I mean, it's possible I could do this. No, never mind. Right, so I think I trapped myself by attempting to do the dungeons in the wrong order. Does the wall hit help? The wall hit... Let's look at it again. Exit checkpoint. No entry allowed without supervisor approval. If that helps you, let me know. This doesn't do much for me. I mean, there is this rather suspicious... Hold on a minute, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I do see something about this room. This pillar has an ornate pattern on the ground. Oh, there we go! Oh, I guess I can fight the boss now. Or something. What? Okay. Well, that was something. That was a mean one. That's the word I'm looking for. That being said, I noticed the pillars, like, one had a pattern on the floor, one didn't. And that caught my attention. Also, I'm struggling to get hearts. What the hell? Perhaps. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Haha. That's more like it. Flippers like these will allow you to float in the water, even with all the equipment weight you carry around. Nice. Were there any... Okay, quick question. Were there any other chests? Were there any other suspicious spots like that? Big keys for a big chest as well. Well, I'm glad I did that in order, didn't I? Now I can swim! Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt by it, huh? Thanks. Okay, I think that's all I can do with that. Okay, I can go in this, but before I go in there, I actually would like to go. I'd like to go back to the left, actually. Yeah, I think so. Because now I have the Zora flippers, so that is worth going back this way for. Yeah, these pots don't have shit in them. I keep trying to get a heart, but there's no hearts. They don't have a heart, you could say. Right, what's over here? Ah, yeah, this leads to... See, this leads to the switch. Now that the Zora flippers flooding the room is much more viable. What else can we get to? I saw that. This goes to this switch. Fuck you, Moldrum! Drown! I did it. Oh, he doesn't give a shit. Shit. He's fine with it. I mean, I guess what happens if I swim over here, though? So, I mean, I guess not much. We can go up there now, too. Oh, yeah, I can pull that switch pretty easily now. No, I have to go through that door first. Okay. Oh, there's a key. Okay. I'm just kind of getting a lay of the land. I thought there was a way to, like... I thought there was a way to paddle faster in the water. I can dive, but I don't seem to find a way of doing that. Well, at least he's not a threat to me anymore. Can I, like... Oh, I can. Can I, like... Cool, I can. Nice. That's 2 keys. What's up? What's going on over here? Oh, here's some hearts. Oh, shit. Stacking ruby noises. Yay. Also, if I'm correct. Yes. Very good point. You're also pointing that out, but I kind of remember too. Wow, I can get more arrows. Wait. It's come in handy if I find arrows to carry. Time magic for a simple bow. Okay, sure. Sweet. So, it looks like I can completely sequence break this dungeon then. Like, I can complete it, I mean. Probably. Maybe. I need to... I hope I find the compass and map soon. That could be useful. It's really useful. Pot. Yeah, they die pretty quick to that, don't they? I had a feeling. Scribbles can barely be made out. The guards just up and left. What? I'll cut them all if I ever get out. Cut them all? What? They forget us or something? The Rhine gets weaker past here. Maybe it didn't end well for them. Well, consider there's bones. The guards just straight up left? Alright. Wonder whatever happened there. Okay, let's see. I had a feeling. That is a bombable wall. Not that I can bomb it, but that is a bombable wall. Mental note if I see some bombs. Alright, well, I know I can go this way. So let's make the doors open. Thank you. Like I was pushing against air for some reason. Well, you know. Great, having experience with bombs will surely convince the shop owners that they can safely sell you more. Yeah. I'm gonna be careful not to misuse these, as in waste them, but I'm gonna put them on that. Okay. Oh, more bombs. Oh no, attack slides. Oh, we're draining this room. Okay. Well, may as well get the chest then. He would say, opening from the wrong direction. Oh, there's the map. What do we got? Okay, so it's got a lot of big, complex rooms, but there aren't that many rooms in this place. They're just very big rooms. Few, but big rooms, basically. Oh, I can pull this one again. Oh, okay, sure. Makes sense. I already got what I needed here. This one can be triggered multiple times. Which makes sense, because otherwise how would I get to that door? Which I will not get to, because actually, this is a dead end, and it's a dead end I need. So that I can, I guess, drain this? Or something? Huh. Wait, why did I want to do that? Well, I'm sure I had a reason. And I can't get to that. Not yet. If anybody has any ideas, this is kind of like the water... It's kind of like the water tip bowl. Which isn't really a great thing, but it's a thing. One thing I'm noticing is that if Link is pushing against an object, I can't swing my sword. So if I push against a pot, I can't break it with my sword. Does anybody else hate fighting these guys, by the way? Or am I alone on this? Despise hating them. Despise... No, I rather love hating them, I guess, technically. And I hope using that key wasn't a bad idea, because now I can't go through this door. Less confusing than the water temple. Yeah, it is. Hold on a minute. Well, I guess I'm out of... Wait. No? Okay, then. I really thought that one of those blocks would be, you know, pushable. That's... Okay. I almost missed that. And I'm pretty sure most of you would not have been surprised if I did miss that, because... Alright, I opened a shortcut. That's always good. Those are bullshit. I don't know, I noticed them. I noticed well, the patterns on the ground are the hints. If there's just randomly not patterns with some and patterns of others, that's a hint. I am rich. The desert shop will give me many good things, I suppose. Huh. Gotcha. Something has carved the wall. Day whatever. Bored out of my mind. No food delivered ages. Figures they let scum like us rot to keep secrets. Like we know any details. More is that below. They're getting us out anyway. Said that more killing guards almost getting us all starved. Huh. More on killing guards. Had the hint on the wall said anything about I would get that, but it's not introduced at all. I mean, neither was the first ones. Also, I think I just got a key. I did just get a key. That's a weird place for a key. I feel like you could easily just not see that key. Alright, well, I got a key. That was kind of a bullshit key, but I guess it was in a cell that I had to open, so... I guess that's kind of fair. Like, it was an important location, so... Alright, where am I going now? I honestly feel like I'm wandering around randomly, but it seems to be working out for me. Make sure that I don't forget about that bombable wall, though. I bet there's more than one. I just thought about it. I bet there's another bombable wall somewhere. But that one bombable wall in that one spot, I still need to go back there. Now let's see. Yes, I thought so. It's down here. Oh god, tiles! I knew this room seemed suspicious. Oh god, the noise. Alright. Cool. Push. Oh, that's clever. Look! The switch blocks my path. That's actually kind of clever design. Hi, Fairy. Goodbye, Fairy. Honestly, there's a little bit of bullshit puzzle design, but it's not too bad. Wait. Sorry, they gave me bombs. There's I do have one problem. One huge problem. Bombable walls have cracks in them. But this dungeon just casually has cracks anyways. I don't really like that. That it just has cracks everywhere, you know? Now, if there was 2 different types of cracks, that's fine. But they're all the same, so... one has to just kind of... figure it out. Was that come in the original? I don't really like it. Is that... okay, I was gonna say, that's underneath... that's above me, right? Okay, well, I still can't go that way, but... I mean, it's fine. At least you can check for it without having to, you know... Ow. Ow. Ow! I got beat up. Okay, how did that even hit me? Stupid shield. Goodbye, stinking cells. Some hotshot came by. It makes us thugs look like small fry. Whatever. All I know is that we'll get moved and they'll throw away the keys and bury this place. Ah, here we go. I had a feeling that's how this was going to go down. And now the water is flowing, which means if I go back over here... carefully... I realize I can also go left. I am aware, by the way. One thing at a time. Oh, thank God. It's over here. Ah, see, this leads back to the chest. So I'm gonna grab this and go all the way back. Okay, cool. Now let's try to take the left path. It's actually a pretty good fan game overall, though. I've played some really rough Zelda fan games in the past. This one is actually pretty good. Yes, it does have some bad puzzles. But as you said, Creature, this is still less hard to navigate than the Water Temple. And thus, that means if it is less hard to navigate, one would eventually figure out what you need to do. Even if you're having trouble. I mean, I had a little bit of trouble, but then I kind of was like, oh, okay. And then I figured it out. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, it's just money. Alright, now unfortunately, I should have gone left at the beginning. Didn't think of trying that. That's fine. I do feel like I'm making pretty good progress here. I have to say, I feel like, we're getting close to the end of this dungeon. So we already know what the... oh, ow. We already know what the boss is going to be. Is it just me, or do pots never have items more than once? Or that is to say, if I break a pot and get its item, it will never have an item again. That seems to be the case here. Enemies can still drop, like, a health and stuff, but... yeah. I guess it's a good way of knowing where I've been, though. Let's see. Is it this room? Is it this room with the bombable wall? Let's see. Money being more or less useful. Well, we'll see when we actually have a shop. Okay, there's that treasure chest down there. Can I get that, or...? No, not from here I can't. Fuck it. Damn it. Damn it! This is why I don't approach. I hate these. I hate fighting these things. Okay, well, that's one. You know what? Fuck it. Actually, I'm done with them. Screw them. Is there anything to go check out down here? No, no. Oh, fuck! I locked myself in here. That's fine. It's okay. The fairy I left earlier is glitching out against the pots, so I'm fine. I guess I'm glad I could pick that fairy up then. I guess it was worth coming this way after all. Oh, can I go? Yeah, I have a key, so. What do we got in here? Huh. Right, mental note, I'll need to come back here of the room filled up with water. And also a key. Until then, it's useless to me. You know the number one thing I'm scared about when playing a Zelda fan game, though? Number one thing I'm scared about is they didn't design their dungeon very well. You could misuse the keys and then soft lock yourself. That is the biggest concern I have when playing a Zelda fan game. Like, I really hope they didn't design the dungeon in a way where I can use keys in a bad order and soft lock. Because that is such a thing that you could easily do if you don't if you miss something, you know, don't pay attention to how you design this particular puzzle or something. Easily done. Alright, so the bubble wall should be... I don't remember. It's here, yeah. Okay. Key! Yep, now I just need to flood the room. Somehow. That other room, that is. That's my next objective, I guess. Where else can I go? I mean, I guess there's... Down? Might have something for me, too. Let's see. Is there anything is there any switches I can pull to flood rooms? That I haven't, I guess. That's the room I can't really do anything in. At this point, I'm just trying to think of, like, where can I go now? Because I'm not entirely sure. This dungeon's layout is such that I knew I'd get a bit lost near the end. Like, yeah, I'm gonna run into things that... Yeah, okay, we've done this area. We've done this area. Bombs can push switches. Don't think that's a mechanic, but... Alright, so... One thing that might be worth checking. Now that I have bombs and can look around a bit more. It might be worth going... I can't go I cannot go to the starting room, by the way. I can't just... Oh, here. That was the correct meandering. Good. Okay, now that I've done that... Good. Wait. We just want as much water as possible, basically. I guess I could technically open this. That goes down. Let's see where that goes. Ooh, you seem new. I'm Florine. Could you please save me? I'm right here behind the bars. Nope. That's the boss fight, isn't it? Hold on, wait. I flooded this... Yeah, and there's that switch which unfloods the room. But, with this flooded... No, I need to flood this area. How do I flood this area? Like, that's so a boss door, right? I think. I need to figure out how to flood this area, though. Maybe I do need to talk to Florine, or whatever. I'm just trying to think, like, where is the other water switch? Like, trying to get a kind of place it, you know? Like, how do you flood this area? Alright, let's go deal with Florine. I'm just finding it a bit odd, though. Why would I fight a boss before... Maybe it's a sub-boss. Oh yeah, it could be sub-boss. Still, though, it wouldn't be behind a boss door, normally. Oh well, I'm a little perplexed, but I guess we'll just... I sense something is off about whatever we're about to do here. Oh, no, it's just a normal person. Hello. But belong here. A terrible mistake is taking place down left all alone. You're my only hope. Please use a series of switches to help myself. The music faded out, so I totally thought that was a boss fight. Probably still is, actually. That being said, they have chests, so I should save them, I guess. Though they're clearly evil, and I'm going to have to fight them or something, right? Maybe they're nice, and I'm just being a dick. I don't know. Use her to press the button? I mean... it's possible, I guess. There we go. Thank you, my hero! I wasn't sure if I could ever get out. Could you take me to the exit too? Heard about this room southwest where you need 2 pieces. Yes, I can take you there. I guess you called it. Okay, this is an awful lot like that bandit dungeon, though. You guys know the bandit dungeon from A Link to the Past? It was the... Oh. Oh, motherfuck... Okay. Hold on. Before I drained literally all the water so she could walk around, I'm a little curious if... Wait, can I just, like... No. Thieves Town, thank you, that's it. Okay, it's still... Right. I'm just, like, thinking. I guess I'll drain the water and let her through. Fuck off. I'm just, like, internally sighing about this. Like, okay, well, I guess if I must. Is that the right one? I'm gonna get so lost now. That was not the right one, in fact. Alas, that was the incorrect one. Oh well, whatever. For all I know, I need... Wait. There's a switch there. I never noticed that. Huh. Yeah, I'm getting Thieves Town vibes of this person following us, but... Huh. Interesting. I mean, it's nice. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what we're doing. Alright, so the problem I have now is that I need to make sure to flip the right switches, because she needs to cross, right? So I need to undo the water here with that switch. So I need to get there. Okay. Just gonna whack the slime and leave. Screw you, dude. Alright, let's push this. Let's push this. Keep in mind, I don't have a compass. The game didn't give me that yet. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Regardless, let's... Will she just cross? I hope she just crosses. She won't wait for me, right? She waits for me. Okay. Come on, then. Bring me that room with the floor switch to southwest so we can truly escape together. Yes, yes. That is the idea. I guess draining this water was probably the smart move, too. Because we needed to cross here. So I guess me draining the water earlier here is fine, too. Or was this always drained? I don't remember. Not gonna worry about it. Let's go over here. Thankfully, that was a simple enough venture to get down here with her. Okay. Okay. Move, you tool! Yes, I've waited for this for ages. Any longer, I might have even pulled that little weekend as a girl act. Oh, did you think I got here by accident? No, 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 no. They even cleared out the place just for me. Things I could even get guards to do for me. Just by feeding their fears over a few words of magic. Well, I'll go find that boss of yours now. If you are what he sends down, then he's gonna love me. See that other door there? That's the normal way in and out of this place if not for the guardian beast. I do hope you'll try that route next. It's no fun for me if you didn't even try to get back to me. Oh no, she's evil. Go figure. Alright, what does this do for me? Does that flood the, that floods the other direction, doesn't it? That floods the other side I wanted to go down. If only Link could run a little faster. Oh well. Oh no, Betrayal, who could have seen that coming? Certainly not me. Do I need to reflood the main rooms? I feel like I do. Oh, wait. Oh, that switch just flooded everything. Okay, that's actually good design. That's actually good design. Instead of forcing me to mess around with switches some more, that switch just utterly flooded everything. I'm okay with this. That's actually good design. Oh, there's an item to my left that I missed, apparently. I knew I'd get it eventually. Just didn't know where it was. Okay, there's a green thing right there. Oh, this... Okay, so that area still isn't flooded. Let me reflood it then. Ow. Oh my god. Fucking... stood in my hitbox. If you swing your sword really fast, they'll die faster. That's not actually true. But it feels satisfied. Ah, can't pull this one again. Thought I could. Cat. Uh-oh. Go away. Alright, Alright, right. Okay. I'm gonna reflood things, because it's more useful for the rooms to be flooded at this point. Which means I need to go all the way around this way and to the right again. Pull that switch, and I can pull the other one. Alright. Nice. By the way, this is going to be a fairly long game. This is just one dungeon. Granted, I chose the second dungeon, which might actually be the third dungeon. Depends on how this goes down. But regardless... Game be big. I was kind of expecting... There's 6 dungeons, apparently. This is a full-fledged game. I might think about breaking this one up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Honestly, I just wonder if all the dungeons are this long. It's probably just this dungeon is particularly long because these sort of mechanics always fuck with my brain. So I'm not quite as... Depending on what the dungeon throws at me, I have an easier or harder time going through it. If I'm correct... No, I don't need to pull that. Alright, I think we're good. I need to go... down. Right. So that room from earlier, I presume it's now flooded. The one I wanted to get into. So if we go down that way... And yes, I know there's a green thing there. I don't really know what's up with that. It's a... Actually, wait. I just realized something. That green thing? I think I know how to do it. I've done everything. Okay, so the green thing is that. There's a panel right there. See that? I think I know what to do with it. I didn't see that for the longest fucking time. But then it just kind of clicked to my brain. Oh, more bombs. I'm fine with that. So, yeah, they're pretty ill-headed. I mean, I feel kind of dumb in this dungeon. I'm bad at navigation, but I am finding the secrets. So, like, shrug? I guess I'm doing okay. I'd like to turn that water back on, though. Oh, wait, I can't do it from this side. That's a one-use switch. Whoops. Okay, to get to reflood this room, I need to go to that switch. Well, there we go. Now I think I found everything. Aside from, you know... The only bad thing is, if I want to turn the water on and off for that area, I have to go all the way through here and do a big ol' C loop up. Like so. And go this way. Why is that guy just hanging out on the stairs? Yeah, whatever. I think he dropped an item, but it immediately fell in the water. Cool. Alright. Now that we've done that, what we need to do next is, I believe we just head right and then down. That sounds downright correct. Yes, I believe this. Fuck you. The reason I hate these enemies is because I never know where they're going. I never know if they're going to turn around. Ah! Okay. Cool, it did get flooded. Alright, forward progress, ho! Oh shit, you. Okay. Ah. Glad for the knockback if I mess this up. Oh god. Go away. Whatever. Let's do normal hits. As you may imagine, the Moldrum boss is also one of my least favorite bosses. What? Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm actually okay with that. That's a lot easier to deal with. At least I find it to be so. A little bit different. They don't normally do this. It's actually kind of hard to hit his tail when you do that. Constantly missing. But I have this like feeling that it's harder to hit than it normally is. I feel like the tail is just really hard to hit. There. Oh shit. He's in really pissed off mode. Slow down now. Okay. There we go. Oh, the usual you mean that you fell down and restart the fight? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Alright. Did it. It's very satisfying I was able to sequence break like that. Oh, okay, I see. It's over here. And technically, oh, that's, see, there's also that big door, though. Which I'm not going to have access to. There. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening Moldrum. Fucking asshole. That boss. Alright. Wait. Last room. Oh, the ring. I guess we're not finding the lady then. Even though she's a jerk. Ta-da! Cool. Where am I? I'm here. Yes, that makes sense. Honestly, coming here first was kind of good because the Zora's shoes will let me, like, get stuff. Ow. Good stopping point. I'd say so too. But I would like to explore the overworld a little more. Let's look over the overworld a bit more. Hey, hold on. What's that about? Hi. According to what I read, there's a store. I want to see what the. Wait, there was some curiosity about items, and I'm curious too. But first, actually. I must check water, excuse me. So I want to explore the overworld a little bit more. Wow, the Octoroks could break that. I didn't realize they could actually break the random items. Oh yeah, I can get to this now as well. I don't remember what shut me off from entering this place. Oh yeah, I need a torch to go in there. Random shallow spot. Exciting. Alright. The items were curious about you too. They want to nom. Wait, what items wanted to eat me? What? I think I missed something here. I'm still not sure how the intro relates to this current story. But I'm guessing, I guess if I went to the castle, I might find out. I believe every time I wake up a bird, I'm getting a warp point. believe. Let's try it. Yeah, okay, there, hi. Ah, yes. Wait, why am I in the mountains, according to the game? Alright, cool. Ah, potion shop. Very rarely mushrooms start growing graphics. Can you look for one of those in the exchange? Sure, what's this? A cape. Why not try it on? What's the worst that can happen? Good point. There. Yeah, that'll do. What's the worst that can happen? I get a cancel sound. That's apparently the worst that can happen. Okay, well, whatever. What do you do? I don't have an empty bottle, so screw you. Yeah, this seems like quite the game, doesn't it? Huh. I mean, it's probably not as long as a typical Zelda game, but it's still fairly long. Wait, what if I... Nope, okay. Good night, Resh Rep. Okay, finishing exploring the overworld. We're almost done with it, actually. I just need to check out, I guess, the castle mode. I'll save that for later. I feel like I'll come back to this one, because it actually is kind of neat. Hello. This cave's too dangerous, you kid. You hear the floor crack everywhere, ready to break. I'm gonna weigh myself down and switch down south for exploration, but carry pots over is scary. Alright. Is this the random cave? Okay. I see. Can't push that. Ah, this isn't that bad. This is assuming there's no... Well, it seems like there might be a second world, actually. It did seem to imply that. Burp. That put me in front of dungeon... Yeah, obviously I'm not going in this dungeon. But there's a warp right here, so that's very convenient. Yep. The moment I noticed there's a waterfall there, I was like, alright. It's like, you don't have to tell me twice. Where the hell am I now? Oh. Oh shit! Creepy guys. Also, fuck the vultures. Go ahead, do it. I thought they just kind of attacked you randomly. Did they just hover around you? I could have sworn they, like, strike at some point. Is there an underground area? Nope, just death. Hmm. Haha, asshole. Gotcha. Did you figure out how saving works? Nope. That was part of the reason I was still playing, though, I'll be honest with you. Oh, okay, yeah, light it all. Actually, let's see if the instruction manual says anything about that. There is kind of an instruction manual? Wait, no. No, there isn't. Never mind. Actually, wait, no, there might be. Let me go to the Sage page. You can save by dying. Yeah, that's it. I just need to go kill myself, probably. As one does. Let's see here, actually. Okay, some research was done. And it's not up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that is the way to do it. I guess that works, but I kind of wish the game automatically saved here and there. Okay, well, I'm gonna die pretty soon. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to drop plus from there. Ah, fuck, wrong buttons! So, that whole it's not on West thing really confused me for a moment. Alright, save and rest. But I'd still like to visit the desert town, thank you. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that looks like a save to me. Sweet. So, there we go. We fixed it. Oh, don't mind if I do. Cool. We have a verified save. I want to come back to this. What do you guys think? Oh, this is... I thought this was a shop. Lack of water, scorched heat, and sand everywhere. I like this place. Climb its peripheral bones. So any physical bones left, that is. Oh! This is our next stop, is it? Figure we have to use some secret niches to get in here. Well, we kind of did. But also, I'm not doing this dungeon. I didn't know. I thought this was the desert shop. I guess not. To be fair, I did kind of enter this in a weird way. So. Okay. You cannot resist the quicksand. Lesson learned. Got it. I'd like to beat this. So yeah, I guess Waterfall Cave to access that dungeon, which isn't on the map at all, but it is a dungeon. Like, if you notice, it wasn't on the map at all. I am so sequence breaking right now. So wait, what happens if I just enter from this side and talk over here? Oh, I see. This must be the. So I just wanted to find a bloody shop, you know. Shame about the cuckoo glitch, but otherwise this game is good. Stop and switch. Missing boots for the pit ahead. Come spend money inside instead. Boots? Oh, like Pegasus boots? Well, there's a dash button, so that makes sense. Bop, 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 boo, dude. What you got? Oh. Okay. My old pal. Okay, well, let's see here. Please not check. Either the items or come close to check. Too close to check it. Start policy, I'm afraid. No, not yet. Is that a bottle? You're not even telling me what they are. Why does it sell this month? The price dropped from 100 to only 25 rubies. Well, I know I'll need that for puzzles, so it could be that. I mean, I need a bottle too, but... Oh, here we go. This is... Wow, they're just assuming you understand. Yeah, that's the Hylian textbooks. I thought so. Tunic. No, not yet. Gotta love a boomerang. That's very cheap. A better shield? That's probably a good idea. 100 rubies. Well, bow's pretty important. I do have that quiver, so that's good. Shield upgrade. I've now run out of rubies. I could almost buy a bottle. Well, I'm glad I came here later because I was able to buy most items. So, yeah, I can translate certain text. That's kind of a boring item, but it still helps. Let me put the... Yeah, boomerang. I always like the boomerang. Boomerang's always been... I like... Boomerang immobilizes enemies, and then you can run up and slash them without much risk. It's a good weapon. You have to die to save. Indeed. But first, let's annoy some ghosts. Or not. Okay, let's get fucked by a crab. I guess I do need to die, so. So I made it murdered by them people. The match not letting anybody out of this war behind me. People stepped out and returned. So I think it's very serious, okay? Is this a death pit? Nope. It seemed too easy. Oh, wow, another one. Oh, I see. It's over here. It's behind this rock. The other pit you need to fall in. Alternatively, it's behind one of these, but probably not. Because I can't really push them back. Alright. Well, that being all said and done, wait, wasn't 2 where I just was? I like how the icon still is there for some reason. I have that ring game. Well, I can also go... So I can go to Dungeon 1, I can go to the cave in Kakariko Village, or if it's correct. And then, of course, I have gone to the castle because I'm a fucking rebel. So we have, actually, we have 2 things we can access, and then the castle, yeah. Alright, now I'll just, I think it would be wise to do one last thing before I quit. And that is very simply to farm 4 rupees for a moment. It won't take me very long. I just want... we merely need 6 rupees and I can buy a bottle. I will do that, kill myself, and we'll quit. Seems like the bushes are not regenerating. Wait, hold on. If I go inside the house, does that reset these? No? Oh, well, actually, no, it does. Good. Now I just have to wait for it to actually drop rupees rather than literally everything else. The game assumed... I do notice one important little detail that I rather liked. Remember when I got the bow... I got a bow extension? I got, like, extra arrows extension, but I didn't have the bow. And the game actually did recognize I didn't have the bow, and it said, oh, this will be useful for when you get a bow. And then when I got the bow, it immediately factored it. There we go. See, there are rupees here. I'm just having terrible fucking luck. Alright, there we go. So my idea is I'll buy the bottle, and we'll stop. We'll switch games. When I come back to this later, I will ignore the tunic. I will run off to the next dungeon, and whatever rubies I end up getting there probably pay for the tunic. So there. Sounds like a plan, Stan. I feel. Now, if only a rupee would thank you. Now, I could technically just farm outside the shop until I can buy the other one, but... Looked like a fairy was inside, but that was just a stick wrapped in cloth. Oh, thanks. Fucking ripoff. How much is this again? 60 rubies. Okay, well, anyways, let's kill ourselves. Fake fairy, I got lied to. But I did get the bottle, though, so whatever. Wherever Link gets hurt, sounds less like hurt and more like he has hiccups. I mean, the bottles, it's a Zelda game, so bottles are worth their weight in gold, apparently. Why am I having so much trouble dying? I think my iframes are keeping me alive. Or it just does less damage than I thought. It does actually does like it does like a fourth of heart of damage. Interesting. I will save and rest. 45 grams and 45 kilos. What? Oh shit. I killed the game early again. But it's okay, that's probably saved. Let me just double check it's saved. Yeah, if you hit G, it just breaks for some reason. I don't really get it. Yep, I have the bottle. We're good. So yeah, I'm gonna come back to that one. Let me restart the game though, so we have the title screen, so I can do an outro. Kind of forgot about outro. So this is good. I really like this. I mean, that particular dungeon was a little tedious for me, but I think the other dungeons won't be as bad. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Horn of Balance, they did a good job on this. I will be coming back to this at a later date. It's too much for a single Sage showcase. But I'd be happy to just kind of casually hit this up after Sage is done and finish it up. Sounds like a good time, so I guess keep an eye out for that when I decide to do that. But this was The Legend of Zelda Horn of Balance. Very solid game. I suggest you go play it for yourself if you enjoy a good Zelda fan game, because they're few and far between, especially of quality like this. Very good job, developer. Very good job.